What's up, folks? On this episode of Will It Waffle, we're going to cook a steak in the waffle iron. This was a suggestion from Backroad Moto. I'll put a link in the description below to his channel, and y'all can check that out if you care to. And I'll also put a link in the description below to his other channel, The Boozing Bozo. He's a really funny guy, and he's cool as hell. Let me get a plate real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere, because I'm coming right back. I was going to just freaking season my meat in here, but they got this diaper in there, and it looks like they used some glue in there, so I was just going to take that out and throw my seasoning in there, but I don't want to freaking marinate my meat in there with that diaper glue. So anyway, of course I'm going to have to cut this in half to make it fit in this damn waffle iron. Okay, which, yeah, that's going to be later. That's not even on, okay? It's okay to touch that freaking thing right there, okay? You can touch it now because it's not even plugged in. So, let's marinate the meat and get it ready to cook later. What you want to do to marinate your meat, actually, I think I'm going to probably take a damn knife to this, and you know me. I'm cutting that. I'm getting rid of that shit. I'm cutting this some bitch. I'm going to fillet. I'm getting rid of that fat. Most of it. Okay, there's enough marble in here to give it some juice and some flavor. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of that anyhow. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to leave the fat on there now and let it be in there while it marinates. Okay. What we're going to do to marinate this thing? What we're going to put on there, folks? Well, you put whatever the hell you want. Okay, I'm going to start with just some salt. Regular old salt. Salt, you know, I mean, not too much salt. You don't want to put too much salt on there. But my next ingredient, of course, is going to be black ground pepper. I love freaking pepper. Black pepper. I love black pepper. I think black pepper is got some potential to cure things that people don't even know about. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's just kind of feeling something down deep inside of me makes me believe that black pepper is a secret that we don't know about. There's something to black pepper. So if there's a scientist or something listening that really has anything to do with research, check out fucking black pepper. Maybe you should just look into it or something. See what happens with it, with black pepper. I don't know. And if there's anybody that already knows the health properties or maybe the benefits from black pepper, you can put a comment down below and let me know, because I like black pepper. And when I drink Dr. Pepper, I can taste the freaking pepper in it. Now, you're going to think I'm full of fucking shit. You're going to say, nah, man, there ain't pepper in freaking Dr. Pepper. But I'll tell you what, I guarantee I can taste a lot freaking, I got a serious sense, I got some serious senses. I'm hyper, you know, I'm hyperactive. I grew up on Ritalin. I'm very hyper, and my senses are super duper hyper, okay? And I can smell you when you walk. Let's not even go there, okay? But I can smell the guy in front of me, I can smell the guy 3 cars in front of me going down the highway. If he's smoking a cigarette, I can smell it. And he ain't got to have his windows down, okay? I can smell it. If you're smoking, if you got pot in your pocket, you got marijuana in your pocket, and you come in the store or you get anywhere and you come knock on my door, come to my house, whatever. Ain't nobody came to my house with pot in a long, long time. But, just saying, I can smell that shit in your pocket. Inside the bag. Who needs a damn police dog or a canine? I can smell it. We're getting off track here. Let's put some damn Worcestershire sauce. Alright. Now, you don't want to put a whole lot. Like, you know, you don't want to drown your freaking steak, because you don't want to remove the salt and pepper that you've put on here. Okay, you don't want to just wash it. Just, you know, put a little bit on there like that, and spread it around a little bit like that. Get it wet. Let that salt and pepper sit on there. And what I'm gonna freaking, I can't find it. Hang on, I'll be right back. Next, garlic powder, folks. Shake it over there lightly. You don't want to, I mean, I don't know. I'm using garlic powder. If I was Marcel St. Jean, I don't know how many of y'all watch his channel, but he would put he would take a freaking fresh clove, a whole, I don't know if you call it clove, but he'd take a fresh garlic and put that on there. And he'd chop that up and he would maybe even do 2 or 3. He loves some garlic, I'll tell you what. He must be scared of vampires. But anyhow, I guess he lives in Canada. Do garlics grow in Canada or what? Because I don't know. Garlic ain't real popular down here where I'm at like it is where he's at, I don't guess. I mean, they like garlic. We got freaking orange trees and, you know, things like that. I mean, I ain't never seen a tree that had garlic growing on it or olives or none of that stuff. But what we got going on here is we just put the doggone garlic on here, garlic powder. And next thing I'm going to put on here is a little steak sauce. Now, like I did the Worcestershire, I'm going to go very lightly, okay? Very lightly. So, I mean, so lightly that you're going to say, wow, that's nothing. It's really not. But once I spread it out a little bit, you know, it's going to go a long way. It's really not to dip your, you know, it's just going to add some flavor to what's going on here. You'll see what's going to happen here in just a second. Check this out. Alright, folks, my next ingredient is minced onions. I'll show you a little bit right there. Just, you know, minced onions. And for this, I'll take off the little old thing because you'll never freaking get to eat if you try to put minced onions on your food with that on there. So what I'll do is I will generously put this on here. Unlike the Worcestershire and the steak sauce, I'll use plenty of this onion and make sure that I spread it out evenly and get it all covered up pretty good. Is that enough for y'all? Huh? Put a comment down below. Would you like me some, you know, and if I was really good today, which I'm not that good today, I'd have chopped up some sweet onions and put some real onions on there and let that soak in for a while like I do my London broils. Woo! But I'm just going to be a dumbass today. I'm not really a dumbass, but I'm going to be lazy and use minced onions. So see what I did there? I got that going on. Now, there's one more thing that you need to get this marinating, to get your spices into it before you throw it in this crazy waffle iron. Italian dressing. That's the last thing that you want to put on there. And what I'm going to do with this Italian dressing is I'm going to spread it around the sides. Check this out. Put it around the sides of that freaking piece of meat right there. Just like that. And we'll lift it up and let that go under it. I'm going to let it sit inside of that. It's going to bathe. My meat is going to bathe in Italian dressing for a little while. Now, there's no need to put this in the refrigerator and let it, you know, you don't have to do that. I'm going to be cooking this within a couple of hours. And aged meat is wonderful, and beef jerky is just as good, so this has no reason to go back in the fridge unless you got flies in your house, which I don't have none of that. Got no flies. So we'll be back when it's time to cook. Folks, by the way, with this steak in the waffle iron, we're going to have 3 cheese, Betty Crocker's scallop potatoes. I'll put those in the oven. And I'm going to have a can of wax beans. I love me some wax beans. I don't know what it is. I can't stand a green bean, but a wax bean, I'll tell you what. I will walk 10 miles past a green bean to get me a doggone waxed bean. So, but y'all ain't going to see none of that because everybody knows how to freaking throw a can of beans in a pan. And the scallop potatoes, I'm not really cooking that. It's coming out of a box. So, but this here episode is Will It Waffle? And you know what? I bet this is too big. I'm going to have to cut it in half, of course, but I bet it will waffle. Stay tuned, folks, and you'll see right here on rednecksgonewild.com. Will It Waffle Steak Edition. Okay, folks, I'm going to do something a little different today. Instead of using the damn butter spray non-stick crap that I've always done, I got a little honey bear. Actually, I'm using different stuff for different stuff. I'm using different things for different things. Inside this honey bear, I've got a little bit of peanut oil. And what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to put a little peanut oil on this freaking paintbrush, and I'm going to spread that around in here inside of my waffle iron and get it coated real good with oil. That way I don't overspray and get it all over my stove and make a freaking mess like I've been doing all these times. I'm going to get it a little cleaner, but let me oil this up real quick and then we'll get this steak on. Be right back. Alright, folks, here we go. I think we're ready to... Ooh, oh yeah, that's ready. Let's get our steak over here and just throw it in there and get it cooking. Oh yeah. I have to turn the fan on and get rid of some of this smoke, so folks, y'all bear with me. I'll be back in a minute. Smells good. Folks, while that steak's cooking, I went ahead and got my wax beans out of the oven, because I put those in the oven with a piece of tin foil over it in this little dish, just because the oven was already on. So let me go ahead and just open that up a little bit so I can heat the house with that extra heat that's in there, because it's a little chilly down here right now. But I had the oven on anyway because I did this au gratin potatoes. This is a 3-cheese au gratin potato casserole. Which I love these damn things. They're awesome. Everybody knows I love burnt cheese, and it's a little bit burnt cheese on top. But anyhow, while my steak is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get me a spoon that's got some holes in it and get my plate ready to go. Yeah. Let's let that cook good. We're gonna waffle a damn steak, folks. Oh my gosh, it's waffling. Oh boy, look at all the onions and spices I put on there. It's all stuck to the... Alright, we'll be back. Folks, I don't know if maybe I got some steak that's too thick or whatever, but that's how thick it is. It's thicker than my damn finger. It's about an inch thick. So maybe I should have got something a little thinner, because this may take a little longer to cook. But I kind of like it pink, so I'm going to go ahead and cook this one. This will be midnight snack, leftovers, and then I'm going to cook that one and I'm going to eat it. Be back in a minute. Don't touch that piece right there. Damn, that sucker will get you. Folks, I never in my life would have cooked a steak like this. I always, if I'm going to eat some steak, it's going on the barbecue grill outside, and we'll cook it like that with some smoke, some wood chips and things. But, you know, this is an episode of Will It Waffle, so we're doing it a little different. You can put your hate comments down below and all that stuff, and I know how to cook a steak, trust me. But this is an experiment that was suggested by the Backroad Moto. His description is in his description is in the comments below. The link to his channel is in the description below. Alright, folks, I cut it open. I turned it over, and I guess I got too much liquid in the bottom of my waffle iron, as you can see, and that's why the bottom of it isn't really waffling and getting the nice little squares like the top did. Okay, but I think from the looks of it, it's done. That's done, son. Let's put it in the plate. Unplug the waffle iron and let it cool. As it cools, I'm gonna go ahead and make my plate, and I'll be right back. All right, folks, I've made me a plate. I've got me some wax beans, my potato, my stroganoff potatoes, or whatever you want to call them, and my steak. I've cut some of it up. Let me get a try of it, and I'll Tell you what I think. Okay, let me have a little bite and see what I think. Now, folks, keep in mind this is hard to chew. I'm only working with this side because this side I'm scared to chew on, so it's a little tough. It's not very tasty. I'm gonna have to get some steak sauce. This is a fail. Steak this thick of this cut will not waffle.